It's great to be here. My name is Jared Johnson. I am the Chief Marketing Officer of NagriTech International. We are an agricultural firm that specifically is invested in improving natural agricultural technologies, hence our name. We decided to be a part of this crypto space to really solve some problems, as they were touching on earlier. What are we trying to do? Why are we here? And that's really why I'm here to talk with you today. Because NagriTech and agriculture and crypto, some people may not see the connection, but I'm here to give you kind of an overview of how we get it there. We're here to provide an organic and sustainable approach to farming, first of all. We improve that process by making sure that farmers are supported with natural organic products. We have a ready-to-go product, ready-to-manufacture product that is ready for deployment in Brazil, specifically our first market of achievement. And the reason that we're doing it there is because there's less barrier to entry. Our product helps to improve, over time, the ability for crop yields at about 50% rate. Now, if you don't think that's revolutionary, I'm going to let you know that the marketplace hasn't seen anything like this in a very long time. This product is going to help create greater profitability for farmers, greater agricultural imbibements, if you will, replenish soil, and help to develop countries where the soil itself is just not ready to grow or isn't even considering growing anything of value yet. The problem that we're solving that is here even in the United States is that harsh chemical fertilizers, for instance, have been widely overused. What they've done is they take key nutrients out of the soil, making for a more difficult growing process. Another issue that we're solving here is that the growth rate of crops themselves is stifled, if you will, is reduced because of those overuse of harsh chemical products. Organic products market is a huge, huge opportunity for this company, and that's why we're here seeking investment as well. How are we going to solve that? So there's a number of key points. We created that product that I was talking about that improves crops by up to 50%. We've spent the last 7 years in research and development with private investment in upwards of $5 million. We also have made sure that it's easy to deploy. So the one thing that's really hard for farmers to understand is that there's a big barrier to entry, and typically they don't see a return on investment for about 5 to 7 years. They can see return on investment with this product within the next season. Tell me that's not incredible, folks. I mean, that's something to consider that the food supply needs desperately. We use a proprietary mix, so it's something that we've created on our own. It's also important to note that it strengthens the plant root system, so the resiliency of plants itself is important to note. It reduces a lot of things that we don't need in the plants too. That's just something to touch on, but what I really want to talk about is the available marketplace. Just the organic fertilizer market itself is a $5.7 billion market each and every year globally. Now, based on AgriPages, that's the data we get, they also say that it's going to grow at an annual rate of 8.6%, and that means by 2022, we're looking at an $8.1 billion industry. Now, I'm not saying we want to get the entire thing. We want to carve out a small niche within that. So if we're able to even get, say, a certain percentage of it, like even a small sliver of a percent of the organic fertilizer market alone, this is the type of investment that has great potential. Our way to ROI, if you will, is that we're looking to sell $28 million estimated by next year, utilizing that opportunity for field testing in Brazil and the EU. Highly recommend that you take a look at this project. I'll be here as well, so remember that there's a lot to learn. There's a lot of information I'm going over very quickly, but if you have questions, please come see me. Beyond the market, we have the target. Who are we actually targeting? Is it all farmers everywhere? Is it people that are consumers? Well, no. We're going after the focused sales efforts with field testing in Brazil and the EU, which we touched on already. But beyond that, we have the agricultural distributors, the developers, industrial farms. We also have people in the Russian Federation, China, and the United States after we achieve operational efficiency. Beyond our target, next thing to point out is what's the big picture? Why does this even matter? Why should any of us care about an agricultural coin in the cryptocurrency marketplace? Well, first, One thing that we need to note is that there's a big market saturation from large-scale monopolies in this country and all countries as well. Namely, some companies that I won't necessarily go into name, but there may have been one that merged with another one recently to create an even larger scale monopoly. Creates great barriers to entry for any agricultural coin, so utilizing cryptocurrency is very important for us. The organic and natural product itself will be the largest growing product segment in agriculture, which agriculture as a whole is a $2 trillion industry. This is an incredibly large sector. So think about how that type of investment can be utilized moving forward for your portfolio as well. If we're able to capture, like I was touching on earlier, just a small percentage, let's say it's 1% of the organic fertilizer marketplace, how much would that generate? $81 million per year. That's if we were able to capture 1% of it. So we're not even seeking a crazy amount in investment. We'll go more into that in just a moment.
And we got about 30 seconds.
30 seconds, gotcha. So really, I'll talk about in closing then what our roadmap goes into. And our roadmap really just talks about where we've been and then where we're going to go. Because that's really important for you to understand. We've already spent the last 7 years developing the product, doing the initial development and field testing. We've done that, as I said, in the EU and Brazil. We then went into our first commercial trials. Those were in the European Union, in the Ukraine, Romania, Russia, as well as the United States, and then back in Brazil. In Brazil, we were able to get a very large-scale distributor that has a set designed for us with product, manufacturing, infrastructure, and it's ready to deploy. We're in the ITO stage currently, and we are able to invest at the moment. After the ITO stage, we went to additional field testing. That's important to note, just so that way you understand the way the agricultural sector works. Farmers will take just little fields themselves and put down a field test of any given product, and then they'll see how well it works. So that's what we're doing, and then doing a credit purchase option that provides interest for our distributor, so they benefit and have a vested interest in selling our product as well. Last but not least, we plan on having worldwide availability by 2020, and that's when we really go into it. If you have questions, first of all, I'd be happy to answer them later on. I'm pretty much out of time. I want to let you know that we do have a beautiful token model that's incredibly unique that offers a buyback for investors. I would love for any of you that have any interest in understanding the project further to come to me specifically. We have a booth to the left, and I'd be happy to explain the token model, which I think is probably the most important portion of the entire project. But I don't want to go into it in great detail without you understanding how it benefits pre-revenue companies. Thank you so very much, and please help us to change the future of agriculture with your help today. Thank you.
Thank you.